I'm here with Nick, who has been training for me for the full 16 weeks of the program. We've seen some good results. Happy to say. So cheers for doing this, Nick. Just wanted to ask some questions really about your experience on the program. First, what were the struggles you were dealing with when we first met then in regards to reaching your goals?
I was exercising a lot and just not seeing any. I got down to sort of a weight level, and then it just about 95, 96 kilos, and just could never get anywhere below that. Absolutely flogging myself to death to try and get lower than that. Doing like 2 cardio sessions a day at points, and it just wasn't getting anywhere. So that was the real struggle for me. Yeah, and it just got me down, and it almost seemed like there wasn't any point that I in my head I'd got myself to a level thinking that I was never going to get any sort of lose any weight compared to how I was, and this was going to be how I was stuck.
Got you. So you're doing tons and tons of exercise, like really running yourself into the ground essentially, but
Yeah,
just the results, once you got to a certain point, you just weren't able to get any further and you thought that was where you're at and that's where you were destined to stay, right?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thinking, well, yeah, I've done my best, and then there's no more.
So what were some of the things we did that managed to help us kind of get over that plateau then?
Nutrition, and the whole thing for me has been around understanding what a calorie deficit is and how important it is in order to see results. But also, it was the accountability of someone checking on a daily basis how how many calories I'd had, and basically having to justify to someone if I'd overeaten or things like that.
Yeah, that which you really did, to be fair. You were
Yeah. Mm.
you just bet, if I may say. You did really well. When you first joined, I knew instantly like this guy's not work shy. Like he's
Yeah.
more than happy to do the work. You were training, you when we first met, you were training more than I did, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so what did we do on the nutrition aspects which really clarified it for you? Like what did we do differently?
Much higher protein intake than I was used to. It started to significantly reduce the hunger feeling I had after meals, and recognizing there were a couple of videos of yours that we did on the sort of programs. The one that really stuck in my head was healthy eating is not necessarily fat loss eating, and really understanding that certain foods, whilst you can consider to be good sources of micronutrients and good protein sources, are just too calorific, and you can have them, but you certainly can't have them in the quantities perhaps that was happening. And that's been the thing that really helped was recognizing the type of foods that I could eat in quantity that would keep me filled up, but would still allow me to keep a good calorie deficit.
Yeah, so kind of learning the difference between health, like eating for health and
Yeah,
eating for fat loss. And just because something's known to be kind of super healthy
yeah,
doesn't mean that it's necessarily gonna get you in a position from a health perspective, like your body fat and so on, right?
yeah.
Okay, so what were the results?
Absolutely brilliant. I've said it to you before. I would say the results life changing. So 14, almost 14 kilos lost. We'll say 14 kilos. 36, 38 waist to 38 waist, if I'm honest, down to a pair of 32-inch jeans that I bought yesterday, and just feeling not only is it the fact that I physically shrunk. I just feel much better at work. I never have that bloated, uncomfortable feeling in my stomach. I've found that my energy levels have been consistent. Some work weeks, particularly recently, have been absolutely punishing, and I have been tired, but I haven't had the up and down sort of energy levels of sort of sugar highs followed by crashing lows. It's been a consistent energy level, and that's just been transformative. I just feel physically so much more comfortable with myself, and so much more confident when I go, particularly when I go into a gym.
And so there was that, and also from a kind of physical fitness standpoint, you've also been doing really well in that arena, right? Like you're running.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yes, I really enjoy running. Almost on a monthly basis, was just smashing down personal bests. Last weekend, I think largely as a result of the weight loss, I knocked 20 seconds off of a 5k time, and that was almost immediately having done the fastest mile I've ever done.
Epic, man. Epic. Okay, so what would you say then to someone who's watching this video and is on the fence about whether or not they wanted to kind of go ahead with joining this program?
Without a shadow of doubt, absolutely do it. The two things that are going to go through my head to start with was, is it the right thing for me? Oh, I could do this by myself. Both of those, it is absolutely the right thing for me, and there's no way I could have done it by myself. I would just do it. It has been completely life transformative for me. It's not only has it changed me physically, it's changed me mentally as well. Friends I know just say I walk in a room now with a level of confidence I've never had. So anyone who's watching, just do it.
That's awesome. It really pleases me to hear you say that as well. Like, you've put so much effort into this.
Yeah,
And as I said a second ago, like, teacher's pet is right, but like, you get out what you put in. Like, you haven't skipped a beat. You have not skipped a beat, and that's what you get on this program. As long as you follow it, it works, and your testimony to do that. So yeah, thank you for doing this, man. Thank you for all of your hard work over the 16 weeks, and yeah, speak to you soon.